welcome to Jurassic World Evolution 3. Let's create our area. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for this. Jurassic Park, guest and staff. No diseases. Don't think we want our park failing, so I'm just gonna have it off. Okay, weather. I think frequent storms. Because I like the winter. And yes, I'm a big fan of winter. I think we are going to be doing a winter Jurassic Park. So before we even build the whole park, we need to, yeah. This is how frequent the storms are going to be. Okay. I think this is where we're going to start with our parks. Okay. Let's get an arrival point into place. By the way, there are custom arrival points. I think we are gonna stick with this. So we need to make sure we line this up into place. I think I'm gonna do two different arrival points. Would that sound good? I think this is the manor, Lockwood Manor. Oh. Oh, so I need to have... Oh, I see. Well, we're not gonna be getting that till then, because I might be getting the Rebirth one, which will be coming out at some point. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'll build my own custom one at some point. And then I'm gonna do this. So that way, we get a Jurassic Park. Okay, and then we are gonna have a straight path. Like that. And I'm gonna do... Okay, that's a bad blueprint. Well, not really. These are all custom blueprints from the workshop. I might go with this one, I'm not sure. Because I might just take it out. Sometimes I'll mute myself, so... Which is an okay thing. I need to try finding... These are decorations. Lagoon decorations. The one I want to look for is the Jurassic Park gate. Oh yeah, decoration. Huh. Font. These are gonna be trims, roofs. Right now, oh, there might actually be some new stuff since the recent update. Muting my notifications. First stoplight in the first. Trims, floors. These are just all mostly. I need to try finding. You know what? We'll worry about that afterwards. Right now, I want to get some trees into place for our guests, so that way they're not too hot, not too cold. Well, they're gonna be cold, so. Something like that. So that way our guests can enjoy for time here. Windows, doors, grid, no, not grids. Wait, yeah, those are. At some point, I could build a Velociraptor paddock. Oh yeah, the Dominion stuff. But yeah, these are mostly gonna be stuff for our guests. Hmm. Apatosaurus. A lot of these are locked under DLC, I think. Okay, I need to try finding that gate. Oh, that's fine. You know what? These are lights. Floristry. If you guys are a big fan of that. Fountains. Which don't actually work right now. Hmm. Models. Models. Wait. Never mind. That's supposed to be a hatchery? It's impossible to find stuff now that we have a lot. We will be adding possibly more dinosaurs too, so and this is just the original, so I think what I'm gonna do paramedics. Hmm. Which I think makes sense, at least. These are custom made, by the way, from the workshop. So if you guys are going to be using the workshop ones, it's actually pretty cool. Whatever happened to those? Okay, I'm just going to go for this one. Or this one. Here we go. Because we are going to need a bunch of these. Okay. Oh yeah, we have a little room for them. So maybe I'll make like a driveway or something here with a... I don't... let's see. I can figure it out. Okay, pathway. Okay. I think that works. Yeah, that can work. Hmm. Well, it looks like they're starting the storms. Okay, what am I gonna do, though? I'm gonna... Here we are. The original 1993 Jeeps. Hey, what the? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Mostly Din, Jurassic World, Lost World. I think we'll go for those. But that's also gonna be the same thing for this. There's gonna be a lot of Jurassic Park. Jurassic World, Jurassic Park. Yeah. Okay. Now for our last one. Yeah, that's a Lost World one. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for that. Again, we're Jurassic Park. Okay, this is going to be our most important part. So this is what our guests will see, so we need to let them know that they shouldn't be afraid of dinosaurs. Fill this up. Safety contract. And I'm thinking over here we can add some guest stuff. So we're gonna close our park for now.
Attention personnel. The park is now closing. We kindly ask that our guests leave the park.
I think that one's closed anyway, so I think what I'm gonna do is like build a whole guest area here. So I'm gonna okay now. Oh yeah, they're possibly gonna need a bathroom. Can't forget about that. So I guess this side?
Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use for whenever nature calls.
Hmm. Now this is where it begins. So we have emergency shelters. We are possibly gonna put this park into sections. So we have the dino store, but we want McDonald's if people want that. There's a lot of variety of buildings. Lego store. Something like that. Well, that's all Main Street. That's all of Main Street. You know what? In case they want drinks, they can eat here at Moe's Tavern. We're gonna make these areas look busy. Because our main part, I think, will happen over here. So we are gonna put a long path. Like that. Maybe our guests will see a few dinosaurs along the way. So maybe like a paddock here. So we're gonna put...
Ladies and gentlemen, our weather forecast has been updated. The hurricane threat level has been raised.
So I think I'm gonna put this here. Then build a viewing gallery maybe right here. I think this will be one of many dinosaurs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Something like that. I think we'll have part of the path wrapped around here. gonna put another viewing gallery, because why not?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Something like that, and then we can make this piece bigger here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hurricane has now passed. Please resume your normal activity.
There. Had to make this a little bit bigger. And you know what? I'm gonna put this closer to here. There. What I could do with this area to fill this part with trees. Well, I knew what to do with this area. And we are going to be releasing our first dinosaur, I think. Let's just pick a dinosaur first. Allosaurus. Think we can introduce a hybrid? Or maybe Vegeta. Ooh, yeah, hybrids would be cool. We're gonna do the Tyrannosaur, I think, though. Suchomimus. Tyrannosaur. Okay, modify genome. Okay, this is the... Oh yeah, I can favorite this. So this is the Big ET, Tyrannosaurus Rex 1997, 1993, but... Oh yeah, we are going to be having a chunkier Rex though. Begin. Wait, actually no, we do not want a Tyrannosaurus there. But we can release that one once we... I think this will be a holding pen for now because of... Yeah. I think where I'm gonna place the main thing is here. So we are gonna need this visitor center right there. And yes, I think. And I'm gonna be using my custom build one. Don't know how to make those work, so... Or could I use this one? No, that's the same one. Okay, path. Okay. We don't have some lights, so I think I'm gonna do some lighting at some point. Good thing it's coming with the free update. Ooh. For our guest stay, so I think we are gonna place it here. think we only need one pathway. No, multiple. I want to get rid of that Jurassic World sign. So I think what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna do the paths. Because this is a whole entrance.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the park.
I think what I'm gonna do is go around here so that way people can see where they're going.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the park.
We have the whole hotel here. So that way people can have a place to sleep. And then what I'm gonna do because I want to increase the foliage around here. So I think the dinosaur I'm gonna release. Can we not? Yes, I thought so. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save it for the park, the main attraction. Ooh, I know which one. Wait, Scorpius Rex? Poisonous. Or Jungosaurus. You will release this elephant. Okay, there. I think that's what we're gonna be releasing. Which means we might either need live prey or I know we'll need some water, so that's what I'm gonna do on the other hand.
Synthesis procedure complete.
And I'm gonna do some deep water. And I think I'll get rid of a lot of the foliage. Make it cleaner a little bit. I'll get rid of some of it. Not all of it, because we have deeper water here. And at some point, our Tyrannosaurus is going to be able to swim, so we'll need a Tyrannosaur. Movie accurate, and then... So I think that's what we're going to do, is just build some of this out, and then we will fill something here, I think. But right now, we need a big paddock for this guy. And yeah. Yeah, I think I'll start letting some of the guests in.
Attention personnel. The park is opening and guests will be arriving shortly.
I think it's time, guys.
A classic example of an apex predator, the Giganotosaurus. This is one of the largest terrestrial carnivores. They certainly named it well. We should really try and mimic the natural environment these animals would thrive in. You'd be surprised how big an impact the right scenery and foliage can have.
And these guys need prey. There's raw water right there, you see. I think I'll bring the path a little bit closer. Okay, so I think I'll end the first episode for this here for our Building Jurassic Park series. So make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a notifications bell down below so you guys do not miss out on any more videos like this one. Oh yeah, before we even go though, we need to name our dinosaur. Yes, names are gonna be important, I think. So, what should we do? Rename it? Hold to rename. About. There. We'll come up with better names. If you guys have any name suggestions for these two, make sure you leave them in the comments down below. So make sure, again, to like, subscribe, and leave a notifications bell down below so you guys do not miss out on any more videos like this one. I don't think we're gonna stick with that name. So yeah, leave any name suggestions down below. See you guys next time.